It's a pretty personal record. You lost your mom a few years ago, and I know you loved each other and were very, very close. And then you're from Essex, thus the name of the record, Essex Honey, Essex in England. And after your mom passed, a period of reflection.
Yeah, that's accurate. I mean, with me, I'm kind of always working on music. So the music's always circulating. Like there's on this album, there's music that was started 12 years ago. And so it's always kind of there. But I think a combination of turning 39 and then my mother passing and then being back home. And you can even throw the pandemic in. I feel like people don't, everyone's too scarred to talk about the pandemic, but
It
you know, we're
happened.
not ready
It
yet.
happened.
But
Yeah.
pretty big deal. And
Yeah.
and I think all of these factors, you know, I couldn't help but be a bit more reflective and looking back at growing up and honestly looking at music in general, you know, as much as the album is um, walking through grief and family and the town that one is from, a large portion of it is also this love letter to listening to music.
Well, let's listen to some music, and this is not your music. Can we take a listen to this?
What could I have said to raise you from the dead? Oh, could I be the sky on the 4th of July? Well, you do enough talk, my little hawk. Why do you cry?
That is Sufjan Stevens with 4th of July, which, if you don't know, Sufjan wrote, for people listening to this who don't know, Sufjan wrote it as a conversation between him and his mom, who was dying in a hospital bed. And I read that was something you listened to a lot when you were dealing with this grief, when you were thinking about some of the music on this record. What did you hear in that song?
You know, I obviously love a lot of music, listen to a lot of music, and when I've connected in a very direct way with things, it's usually a case of I feel the lyricist, I usually feel like they're talking to me. But when I heard this song, I listened to this song, it sounds like he's just in my head.
Tell me more. What do you get specific about this song? What do you mean?
The things he's saying and the things he's experiencing, I felt like I was and did. I mean, like truly experience. It wasn't that thing of I always like to refer to music almost as like people and friends, and it wasn't that thing of the friend putting their arm around you, you know, or like talking to you, or maybe even being like an older figure giving you advice, or a friend your current age, you know, experiencing life with you. Like these are experiences I've had with music and still have with music. But this felt ghostly in the sense that it was like me talking to me. Like it felt like thoughts. It felt like actual thoughts I was having. Like I couldn't believe that on paper I do the same thing as him.
I love your point there. Like we've all been comforted by music, and we've all had a friend. You know, music can be a friend to us. It can be like a pal on a night out, or it can even like help us through a hard time. But occasionally, and I've had this experience too. Occasionally, you hear something and you go, "Oh, that's spooky. That's sacred. That's exactly what I'm experiencing." And of course, when you're going through the death of your mom, you hear someone singing to his mom and his mom singing back to them. You're thinking, "Oh my God, well, this is just this is exactly it."
It was crazy to have it with something that technically I do. And that was the real kind of moment of I'm a fool and idiot if I don't make music.
Your mom, a great lover of classical music. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Yeah, no, incredible. I mean, like a huge, just music fan in general. Everyone, my brother, my sister, my dad, my mother, everyone was always blasting music of all kinds. Truly, the key to why my taste is so broad. My mum was very much, she was listening to classical, but she was also very much into like the UK soul world. But my mum, yeah, she really, really loved music. We'd always talk about music, and yeah. There's always this funny thing because and so also why the Sufjan thing is also quite amazing because as much as I do love lyrics, I don't. I, my brain doesn't focus when I listen to music. I'm not really
Yeah, I know
always,
that. Yeah.
focusing in it. And I always remember, I can't remember I wish I could remember what song it was actually, but I do remember years ago, some song it was super upbeat. I think it was an ABBA song, but I was listening to it with my mother, and she was like, I can't listen to this, it's too sad. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like not sad at all. And she was like, you're insane, like listen to these lyrics. And so she was that kind of person, it was like very emotional and like gets to the core of things, and quite, quickly and directly. I loved recreating music. Like I loved recording off the radio and trying to recreate it, and then making also like edits of songs, compilations of songs. I think it's why all my albums sound so choppy. Like I truly think that is the reason.